sometimes when working in drawing, you need to line things up exactly in a line. So I'm going to show you how to use the guidelines in drawing to do that. So what you want to do is when you're moving shapes on your drawing, as you move things around, you can see sometimes different lines pop up. You can see blue ones pop up, you can see red ones pop up. What I'd like to do is I'd almost like to make a plus sign here. So I'd like to have a line going from top to bottom and left to right. So as you can see, as I move this red square, a red line from top to bottom appears. And this tells me that that red square is now lined up directly in the center of the page. So I'm going to drop that there. Now I want to move this one so it's also in the center. So sometimes you have to get a little tricky and move things around in order to get the red line, but there we go. Now we got it. I'm just going to move it down a little bit. And these are now perfectly, let me just double check. Yep, lined up. I'm just going to move it down with my keypad a little bit. So now I'm going to want to take this one, and not only am I going to want to have it in the center, but I also wanted to have it equidistant from the square above it. So as I move it, okay, you can see these little blue lines pop up, and notice these two eyes on the right hand side. That tells me that the distance from the square I'm moving right now to the square above it is the same as the distance from the square above it to the top square. So I'm going to drop that there. I'm going to bring my next one, align it center, and also make sure it's evenly spaced. And same thing with my last one, align it center and make sure all of these spaces in between those are evenly spaced. So now if I want to do a plus sign, if I were to align my shapes with the center of the page here, you can see the red line will go from side to side. But if I wanted to align my square with the center shape here, or the square to the left of it, you can see that the red line is showing that these two centers are now aligned. So I'm going to drop that because that's where I want it to be. I'm going to drag my next square again. I want to go align with the other squares and use those blue little markers to know that they're equidistant from one another. And same thing here. And then I can do the same thing on this side. And I can line everything up perfectly using those red lines and those blue spacers to show that everything is lined up. Okay, move these out of the way. So now I have a plus sign that's lined up down the middle here and lined up across here, and it looks really nice. So again, use those red and blue lines, and as I move these you can see the different red and blue lines. Use those to help align. That's what they're helping you do. Good luck.